Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jordan Morrison with episode 42 of It Is What It Is. And I know this is a little bit late, but I fell behind this week. I had my grandmother pass away, and it kind of just threw me off a little bit, which is to be expected. She was just a wonderful person. She was great. She was an amazing grandma. She was really good at it. And I think she really enjoyed being a mother and a grandmother. And my heart goes out to my mom. It's really hard for me, to see my mom, just so down. I never like seeing that, but my heart goes out to my aunts and uncles, my grandfather, and all the people that loved my grandma, which was a lot. She was amazing. She really was. She played the piano, and she played like the organ and the piano for church on Sundays. And I remember going to church with her as a kid. Like our whole family would go, and she'd be playing the organ or the piano. And I remember just being in awe, and I take piano lessons, and I think about her every time I sit down at the piano. I really do, because she was genuinely a real musician, and she didn't like chase after the fame of it. She didn't, do it for the popularity. She did it because she loved it. She loved the music. She really did love to play. And she had some dementia in the last couple years, but I remember a couple of the times that I saw her in the last few years that you could get her to sit down at the piano, and I remember that she just loved to play, and I want to try to incorporate more of that in my life. Like I want to just be a real musician, a real artist. And she really was that, because she had an ear for it. She was good at it, made her happy, made the people around her happy. I remember she'd play for holidays and stuff like that. And it's tough to lose her, she really, I have my grandfather still, her husband, which he's awesome. He's an amazing man. He is the classic definition of a good man. And my grandmother was his wife for like over 60 years. And I can't imagine how hard that is to lose somebody over 60 years, but they were awesome. They were a classic couple. And my grandma, she was like spunky, like she didn't have a problem telling you what was on her mind or how she felt about something. And I think that I get a lot from her. People say that I look a lot like my mom's side of the family now that I'm kind of growing up or whatever, but I do think I get a lot from her. I think I get, like the music from her. I really think I do. I wish I was as talented as she was, but I think I get some spunk from her. Maybe, I don't know. I've been described as edgy in the last couple of weeks, although I don't think my grandmother was edgy by any means, but she had some kick to her. I remember getting in trouble. My grandparents have 40 acres of almonds. They say almonds. I remember getting in trouble a couple of times at my grandma's house, just running around with my cousins doing dumb stuff. And I remember having the best times at my grandmother's house. We always had Christmas Eve there, and she was always the person to make everyone feel loved. When you walk through the door at grandma's house, you got a big hug. There was food cooking. So I'm going to miss her. I really will. I know that my mom's going to miss her. I know that, again, my aunts and uncles will, but she was like a classic woman. She was awesome. She was a really good wife. She was a really good mom, and really, really great grandmother. Like I said, it was really the only grandparent that I had. My grandpa still around, still great, but my grandmother, she was the one that, make it a point to be involved in stuff. And she was a classic grandma. She'd make us cookies and ice cream cakes, and like, was there for our birthdays, and would catch up with us and tell us stories and stuff. So, Vola Brandow, she was awesome. And I'll be headed out to California to go to her funeral, which it'll be nice to see, my family, but unfortunate circumstances. But the last few days that I've been thinking about her, I really do. I feel her presence, and I'm very thankful for that. And I know that she's in a better place, and she knew where she was going. She was practicing Mormon. She grew up Mormon, and I know where she ended up. I know that she's with our Heavenly Father, and for that, I'm grateful. And lately I've been going back to church, and I've been very grateful for the fact that I have the nostalgia of church, like being at church, and like having a connection and being able to like feel that love from my family from a distance. And it's been just so crucial for me. And really my grandmother's at the center of that. She converted my grandfather. He was, from what I've been told, he was a wild young man, out racing cars and quarterback of the football team and stuff like that. And what's cool and unique about my grandparents is my grandfather was one time the bishop of the church. And, like I said, my grandmother played piano and organ and all that stuff. And they, like, where they're from, they are like, they are a generational family in California. And they, like I said, they had 40 acres. They had an almond ranch. And my grandma would say almonds because she would say, well, you don't say salmon, you drop the L. And in the case of almonds, you shake the L out of them. And that was her little joke. And I can't see almonds, and not think of my grandparents. And like I said, I'm going to miss her for sure. But in the last week or so, when I was thinking about my grandmother, when I was thinking about Vola Brandow, I was trying to think about, what I was most thankful for, what I, appreciated her for. And, it's something that I wish I could have told her. It's something that it for sure is important to me, but when I thought about my grandma, the first thing that really came to mind for me was unconditional love. And like I said, she really was like my most involved grandparent for sure. I don't have a close relationship with any of my other grandparents. And what's fortunate in the last couple of years is I was disowned by one of my grandparents, which is wild to say, for my choices, choices that I'm free to make. And I was disowned by grandparents, but Vola Brandow and Les Brandow, I'm thankful to still have my grandpa Les. Unconditional love for sure. They gave unconditional love to the people that they loved, to the people that around them that they cared for, their family, their friends. And unconditional love is something that has been on my mind the last couple of days, the last week or so. And I wrote a little bit about it. And like I said, this was something that I just kind of wrote thinking about my grandmother. And it is about unconditional love. So here it is. Throughout the course of your life, you won't find too many people who give you unconditional love. And the reason is because it's hard to give. Not everyone is capable of that kind of love and compassion. And even worse, not everyone thinks they're worthy of that kind of love. But for those of us that have experienced unconditional love, we know how precious it really is. There's a uniqueness to unconditional love that we rely upon during our darkest days. And it is because of those amazing people that give us unconditional love that we emerge from those hard times. So hold on to those that give unconditional love and hold on to that feeling. Hold on to unconditional love and thank God for those angels in your life. So that's just something that I kind of jotted down and figured I'd share. I'm a better person for having my grandmother in my life. I appreciate the unconditional love that she gave me. And I am looking forward to celebrating, her life and honoring her at her funeral. So just wanted to share that, get it on the record. I'm really thankful for my grandmother, everything she's given me, which is family and love. And those things are irreplaceable. And because of her, I was able to experience those things. We have a very big family and I'm so lucky and thankful to be a part of it. I'm going to miss her. So I just wanted to share that about my grandmother. I was kind of going through it, but we're back. We're in it. It's going to be a great week. And I have been still struggling at the gym. The gym is an interesting place because it's somewhere you go to feel better. But when I go to the gym, I don't feel better. I hate that girls look so good at the gym. Why? Why are y'all looking so good? What are you doing? I'm trying to work out. You should be trying to work out. I shouldn't be having to work out and also find blank places to stare at the gym because I'm trying not to look at you looking like an absolute snack. That's ridiculous. I hate going to the gym and y'all looking so good. And me, I'm trying to go get fit. I'm trying to go look good. But instead I got to dress up and hope that I don't run into my gym crush, which is half of the gym, It's crazy. Y'all be looking crazy good in those yoga pants and whatever else y'all be wearing. I don't get it. I don't understand. And I don't know what the male equivalent is. I don't know how to look that good in the gym. I mean, I got shorts and a shirt. What else do I do? What else can I do? I don't think anything. And even worse, it's been snowing. I can't really get to the gym, so I got to work out here at the apartment. So it's a whole thing. I don't know. It's a mess. But straight up, you girls at the gym got to stop looking so good because I got to start getting a workout in. Simple as that. Help me out. What else has been going on? Been making some music. It's been interesting. I'm getting better, but it's still bad. I'm still making music. I'm still putting it out, but it's it doesn't sound like my heroes and the people that I want it to sound like, So I was given advice a while back and somebody told me that the caliber of music I would make would continue to be about what I'm making now for a while. And I always relate it back to baseball. That was something that I was not good at and then got good at through just time and effort, So I'm trying to apply the same skills to music, time and effort. And if somebody was learning how to hit a baseball and they have been doing it for a year and a half, let me tell you, they're not going to be very good either. But that shit for me is like riding a bike. I still believe to this day that I could step onto a Major League Baseball field and probably foul off a pitch or two, which is impressive for those that know baseball. Might be able to draw a walk probably. Don't know. But I still believe I could go and hang with them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could do it. I don't know why. Maybe that's the delusion in me. I need that delusion. I need that same kind of delusion for talking to women because here's my problem. Every girl I've approached, the last 10 girls I've approached have all been vicious no's. It's been brutal, heart-wrenching. I'm like, you said what? Just say no. What are you saying? Why are you so angry at me? All I said was, what's up? How are you? What's your name? Angry. I don't know if it's the way I dress, if it's the way I look, if it's the way I talk, but just angry, just so mad. Like they stepped on a Lego or something. What did I do to deserve that kind of anger? Brutal. I think good music would help me in the department with women. If I was making hits and bangers, I feel like I'd be able to walk up to a woman and be like, hey, you want to listen to some dope music I made? That's like a dream for me. I literally just described a dream. So you got to make that happen. That would be, that'd be pretty fire. It would be. I had a cool snow day. I had a fun snow day. I tell you what, I don't know like what it is, but apparently snow days in California are very different than snow days like out east and stuff like that, because I was not prepared. I was ill-equipped. I thought, I don't know why, but I thought it was appropriate to take an umbrella out while it was snowing. And I was viciously made fun of. I was told that that's just weird. And throughout the day, I found out that it was just weird. And I'm glad that I didn't take an umbrella out in the snow. So apparently that's weird. So don't do it. There's some advice for you. If you're going out in the snow and it's snowing, don't take an umbrella. People will make fun of you. But I had a great snow day. It was so dope. Went and made snow angels. That was sick. That was dope. I drove my car around, did some donuts in a parking lot. I went to breakfast, walked and got some like brunch, some breakfast, had some mimosas. Mimosas on a snow day hit a little bit different because there's some innocence in the snow and you catch a little buzz and then you just feel childlike, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And I'm hoping for another snow day soon because the innocence, the bubbly, the champagne, it was cool. It was dope. I liked it. It was a great time. What else? I feel like I'm behind, I really do. I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm not doing my music well enough. I feel like I'm not doing my podcast well enough. And I feel like I'm lacking on self-care. I feel like I'm missing out on fun times with my friends and family. I just feel like I'm behind on everything. And I know that these things like ebb and flow. I know that these things take time to kind of work themselves out, but I feel like I'm behind. And I don't know if that's like my age, if I'm actually behind, if I'm stressing myself out, if it's just who I am, but I feel like I'm behind. I feel like I'm running out of time. I feel like I'm letting people down, and that's just the honest truth. I feel like I'm lacking like in a lot of areas. I feel like I'm lacking on sleep, but I just want to share that in case anyone else is feeling that way too. Just know that you're not alone. I'm in the boat with you, big dog. To that point, if anyone needs somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. Unless like you're just a whack individual, don't reach out to me, please. But other than that, y'all are great. I'm going to miss Vola Brandow, and I appreciate y'all letting me kind of just blabber on, really do appreciate it. I will see y'all next episode. Have a great day. Have a great night. Go tell those people who give you unconditional love that you appreciate them, because it's rare. It's hard to find. We don't have enough people like that in our lives. So y'all go take care. Bye.